Hello, my name is Bruce Miller, and I'm with RIMtech Consulting, and I'm here to talk briefly about the EDRMS project management course. This is a one-day online virtual course, and we consider it what we call a foundation course. And what that means is that it is divided into two halves. The first half of the day teaches you what you need to know about EDRMS projects in general, the science, and an understanding of what they are and how they need to behave. And then the afternoon, the second half, is spent on the topic, which is the project management thereof. So there's no point getting into how to manage the project if you don't know what the project is doing and what all its moving parts are. So we cover all that in the morning, okay? And I'm going to assume that the attendees of this course do not understand records management basics, so that'll be covered in the morning as well. So the morning is spent to make sure that you're armed to the teeth with knowledge so that you can properly manage the project, okay? So in the morning, in the first half, we cover the science of record keeping and the specifics of EDRMS in particular, electronic document and records management systems. Now, an EDRMS is a blend of three things: two pieces of software and a retention schedule. The retention schedule is 1/3 of the project. The record keeping software is the second third, and the final third is SharePoint. So you need to blend all three together. And there are 5 record-keeping products on the market, and it doesn't matter which of the 5 you use, or it doesn't matter if you even know which of the 5 you intend to use. This training is neutral for the software. It doesn't matter what software you use. So in the morning, we'll cover the key success measures so that you can prove that the system is compliant. And we'll teach you what numbers to use and how to measure them and how to prove that you're successful. We'll look at case records. And case records constitute over half of all the records on any EDRMS project. And sometimes it can be as high as 80%. But those are records driven by event-driven retention rules, and they're tricky to manage. They have to be managed differently. And often, records professionals are somewhat weak on this, and some of the software products are a little bit weak on this as well. So it can be challenging. But it's important because if you fail to manage case records properly, then you won't be able to do disposition on 60, 80% of all your records, which is a big fail. We'll also teach you the 2 lethal threats to an EDRMS project. These are 2 mistakes that are unfortunately way too common. And if you make either of the 2 mistakes, it will bring your project down permanently. And it may even take the records manager with it. Doubtful, but you never know. Either way, there's a real worry about these. So we'll teach you what they are, how to measure them, and how to avoid them. Email, very important topic, because did you know that email constitutes 4/5 of all digital records? Yeah, 4/5. We'll go over the roles of the key players. There are 3 key players in any EDRMS project. That's IT, records, and the IMA, Information Management Administrator. We'll go over those 3 roles and their duties and how they interact. And we'll talk about how all records processes must be fully automated, because what we'll teach you, if not prove to you, is that the last thing we want is to have records, end users involved in records processes. That if you do, then that's a certainty that your project will fail. History has taught us that way too many times. We have to avoid that. So automation is usually important. So in the afternoon, we'll divide the project up into tasks. And as it turns out, pretty much all EDRMS projects are the same, no matter which of the 5 software products you use. There are roughly 30 to 40 tasks that have to happen. We'll detail each one of them, and we're going to introduce you to a sophisticated project model. This is an Excel spreadsheet that breaks the entire project into components. We call them moving parts, and how they're all interacted with each other. So in this model, which is reusable, by the way, you can use it in a real live project. You just adjust the number over here, and all the downstream impact is automated. Okay, it all automatically shows up. So in this model, we'll deal with the resources. What kind of resources do you need? How many? Who are the actors? how long the effort of each task needs to be, how to scale and adjust that effort to the type of organization, and when and where you're going to need outside help. We'll also talk about burden. To us, burden is what's left over after all the consultants and the experts are all gone. When the project is fully up and running, you have a burden remaining to keep the thing alive and healthy. We'll look at change management challenges and some risks to the project. So that's about it. It's everything you need to manage the project. We only ask that you come to the table with some good Excel skills, okay? We won't be getting deep into Microsoft Project, but we could. But we're going to be looking at Gantt charts, timing, and all the usual stuff you're familiar with. Okay, so that's it. And in the description below, you'll find 3 links. The first one is to a document that'll give you more detail on this course. The second link will link you to our schedule of all our courses. And the third link will allow you to register for this one. Thanks very much.